the time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the skies from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up of the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Okay, yes, we look like we live. We live? Yeah, we look like we live. First, let me say greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Wazira Menin. Yes, family, one perfect balance. Yes, believe it or not, we here. Real quick, so that was on my mind, had a little minute, so I decided to come on, and it's been a little minute since y'all would have seen the Rastaman, but just want to put this out there in the open early and just make it plain and make it clear. So we're doing a special presentation tonight. I have a question. What is breast cancer awareness? Now, why am I saying this? Well, this month is supposed to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's one or two things I think I want to address regarding that, because a lot of our sisters suffer quietly. And I use the word suffer because from my understanding, it's a painful experience as a woman to lose a breast or even both in some instances, but there's life still goes on afterwards. But it's a tough thing, man, and yes, there's programs and walks and different things that are bringing awareness, quote unquote, to breast cancer. I want to take a different approach. In fact, I want to encourage the Breast Cancer Awareness Society to change their name. I don't know too much, but that's here in Barbados. Let me not, I'll speak on Barbados, but I want to address one or two things. So this is going to be a special edition. It won't be long. It's going to say some stuff, and you can tell me what you think about it. The number's on the screen, 246-838-8253 for those who won't tune in live. If you're coming in afterwards, you can leave a comment. Don't feel that you missed out on anything. It's just, this is going to be here now. It's going to be here. So like I said, family, I want to touch on some things. Before I get into that, let me just say Shabbat Shalom for those observing today as a sacred day. Assalamu alaikum, peace, hotep. For those in the conscious community. Namaste, rather, for those in the East. And you already know Rastafari from my brethren and sister. And to everybody else, it's just pure love and pure light. But we're going to get into it. I want to play a tune real quick. Naturally, y'all, let me pull it up. Hold on, let me pull it up. Is it here? Yeah, that's what's up. Let's drop this tune real quick.
This one is for all who have lost loved ones. Winshaw. I'm sure someone can relate.
Yeah, man.
Don't lose the faith. Jah is great. I see my mother in such pain, I know me couldn't even help. It hurt me. If it was to risk my very life, I would have done it for the special one who birthed me. I never get the chance to say the last goodbye to my father, and it hurt me. Him died when me on my way to Mandeville at Maypen 9:30. But mama always said, don't cry. She never liked to see me cry. She always said, don't cry. She never liked to see me cry. This is a warning on breast cancer. What a terrible disease. Only early detection. Do your mammograms, please. Cancer blowing away people's life just like the breeze. Me still can't see me mother weep. The other one is prostate cancer. What's a deadly disease? That very same one that make me father know
Tell a friend,
disease.
tell a friend.
Cancer.
Special program
Oh my. I only can cherish the memories of the moments that we spent.
This is family podcast.
Because I'm so very sure this could never be the end. But Dada always say, if this is the only place we have life, oh my, then we're of men most miserable.
You family.
See my mother in such pain, I know me couldn't even help. You know it hurt me.
Serious.
If it was to risk my very life, I would have done it for the special one who birthed me. I never get the chance to say the last goodbye to my father, and it hurt me. Him died when me on my way to Mandeville at Maple 9:30. But still, let me no pray that me say more life for more. Still I can't deny the facts of life. Me know said that it's only salvation that I can't ignore. Lie and eat it to no gone on before. Look at the state of the world now. Every day is color poor. It pays to live your life good, live it clean and pure. More time we need for sure. We are gonna make it half a tour. Only a prior day. Let's cut to the core. Breast cancer, what a terrible disease. So the early detection, do your mammograms please. Cancer, blowing away people life just like the breeze. Me still a see me mother weep. The other one is prostate cancer. What a terrible disease. That very same one they make me father know disease. Cancer. Oh my.
Breast cancer awareness.
Me still remember the nice house when me promised to me mother. But that come spoil up that right now mama not there. As she send me a music school for learn music like dada. And the memories of my parents me a honor.
Sure. Yeah, good thanks to that one right there from the brother. I mean, this thing called breast cancer, man, is a serious thing. Serious thing, man. But anyhow, we know that there are people amongst us who go through this thing quietly. Some have their family, and there's some folks who don't have anyone with them. And it's a serious situation. I mean, a lot of things affecting us as a people, a lot of things. But this one right here, this pink ribbon thing, breast cancer awareness, I want to touch on it, man. And like I said, I sincerely hope that this conversation sparked the interest in the Breast Cancer Awareness Society to change their name. Kind of like the Vagrant thing that they eventually changed, you know? Words are important. They carry energy and they carry meaning. And one of those things is, you know, awareness. I'm going to say right off the top, I personally think the whole thing should be named Breast Cancer Prevention Society. I think the objective and the focus should be on prevention. It's okay to be aware of something. In fact, I would like to think that, you know, being aware of something doesn't necessarily mean you are doing something about it. You could be aware of a situation and still not be interested in resolving it. So awareness alone doesn't convey enough energy, as far as I am concerned, that will motivate somebody enough to do something. It's okay to come after the fact, you know, be aware, you know, check and see that, you know. But how about altering a lifestyle to prevent even, you know, being in that place in the first place? So we want to touch on some stuff tonight. The numbers on the screen, and I really hope that some sisters are looking out, even the brothers too, who are aware. Shout out to Guyana, by the way, all my Guyanese family. You know, around I see a call, I gonna get a call. Oh gosh, bye. I gotta give my people in Guyana a call, man, for sure, because they're always right there, you know, being faithful as always, man. Give thanks. And the rest of the Caribbean, y'all already know, in Trinidad, Grenada, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Jamaica, Haiti. Give thanks, give thanks. I'm looking for the program. Give me a second. Yeah, but I got it. Wait a minute. Let me go back here. Here you go. I got it. Set that up right there. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. I just think that we got to look at this very differently, very holistically, as opposed to, you know, what we have been told. And I'm not knocking the awareness, but I find a lot of people in the society are being, right now, the number of deaths in cancer. I'm not saying it's related to anything, but I'm simply saying that, man, suddenly there's a lot of people all of a sudden that might have been in remission are suddenly all once again, since they did that other thing, seemingly, something ain't right. And so I just want to encourage family and all those tuning in to, we got to look at this thing very different. Let's take a different approach. Let's not just be aware, but let's start being proactive and focus on prevention. So having said that, what are some of the things we could do? In fact, I've actually known people who have had different stages of the experience and the disease called cancer, which is just really too much sugar in your body. That's what it is, too much sugar. And so we have changed their diet. And I've seen this myself personally, where they would have gone from eating the things they would have been eating, whatever those things are that were unhealthy, to switch up to like a green diet. And a green diet consisting primarily of strictly greens. And I mean greens first thing in the morning, throughout the day, eat a typical balanced meal minus the meats, and green again in the evening. And I've seen in a matter of weeks, people turn their experience of that disease around. Now, no, I'm not promoting this as a cure. So don't go calling people and say I'm dispensing medical information, that kind of stuff. I'm simply saying I've seen people who've had stages of this disease called cancer, and I've seen them change their diet, and I've seen them have some positive results. In fact, I know of a lady who was on chemo. She was on chemo, and because her financial situation didn't allow her to continue to travel, although she was being charged about 3 times the amount of money when she booked the chemotherapy through Barbados. I won't call which doctor. That was crazy. But the invoice was almost 3 times the amount of money US. When she called the hospital herself directly from Barbados and booked her own, it was 1/3 of the cost that they were charging her going through certain medical offices. So I don't know if maybe that was an accident. But because she can no longer afford to travel and do that, started doing taking in the green diet, or liberty, not diet, but changing her lifestyle to consuming more greens and less sugar, or less foods with sugar. Then she had some amazing results. It's funny because let me give a shout out to everybody else tuning in. I see you, Wayne. She said, brother say lost a sister to cancer. A lot of people know somebody or have family members who have lost someone. And I'm saying we keep seeing people, losing weight to this disease. We are aware of it. We don't want to be aware anymore. We want to start preventing it. So let's focus on how we can prevent this disease. How can we prevent this disease? We're going to look at some ways in a few minutes, but the mammogram was created to increase cancer for profit. Again, there's different. By the way, shout out to my family all up there in the north. Shout out to you, Vaughn. It's good to see you, L. Yeah, maximum respect always. I like that. I agree. We need proactive, preventative approach on all health-related matters in BIM. I totally agree. I salute all day, every day. That's the most valid point that we need to really adopt. It's not about being aware. In fact, I won't even say it. And I said it last time. Being aware after you had allegedly 20,000 plus people all in pink t-shirts at $30 a t-shirt, the C Shafet crowded and packed with, don't they have like talks afterwards? Don't they have like a whole stage set up and people talk and stuff? I mean, if for no other reason on that one day that you're walking to bring awareness to all the folks in Barbados, why not promote prevention? Because we do know that a lot of the foods that we consume are the things that are directly feeding the cancer that consumes a lot of these GMOs and sugars and aspartame and different chemicals that the food is laced with that promote cancer. I think that the preventative approach should be the best approach we take. So, like I said, just for greens, eliminate sugar from anyone that's been diagnosed with cancer. one of the things you could do for yourself to boost your natural immune system to help fight the dis-ease is to change your diet. Why? Because obviously the cancer that's inside you, that dis-ease, that what they call cancer, is, you know, that imbalance, you starve it. How do you starve it? You feed your body the foods that it does not want. So you force it to consume itself in an attempt to survive. So you start to eat greens, you know, lots of greens, you know, the celery, the cucumbers, the green peppers, the parsley, especially the parsley. In fact, you can make yourself a shake. Now, this is the shake that I make typically for people who ask for portions to help them with their system and to fight certain diseases in their system. Because it's a disease, you know, it's a disease. So spirulina as an algae, you know, spirulina does amazing things. Y'all can look this up yourself. And you mix a little spirulina with a whole cucumber, take off some of the skin, not too much. You put some aloes in there as well. You put, like, you know, celery sticks, a green pepper. You also add what's the other thing called? What's that called? Well, first you got to take off the zest. It's a lemon, but you take off the zest. This is the yellow part. Put the whole lemon in there. The white pep skins, not the skin, there's just the zest on the outside. You take it off, throw that in there. You add some ginger. Got to add a ginger. A piece of turmeric, throw that in there. Just a dash of cayenne. You know what I mean? You blend that up. You mix that up. I mean, you could even add what I told someone, a green apple, but it's a little, you know, the green apple, a slice of pineapple for sure. Definitely a slice of pineapple, about an inch thick. If you like, you can scrub the skin and put in the skin as well. Make sure your blender is capable of grinding all this stuff up to a small, you know, a pulp. If you have a juicer, it might work. I'm not sure how the juicer works with the skin, but I never tried it in the juicer, so I don't know. But I definitely done it in one of these high-powered blenders. It makes it into a thick paste. You add a bottle of alkaline water, preferably just one of those smaller bottles, and that should produce enough liquid on top of that one bottle to last you about 3 servings. You want to do that for 7 days, 7 days straight. Morning, first thing, last thing, evening. So the only thing in your system at night when your body is resting and repairing is this algae mix of spirulina and the blend I just gave you, and have that in your system. And then first thing in the morning after you rise, you put that in your system as well, so that, you know, whatever you missed in the night will start your day. And then around midday, you get a decent meal, a solid meal, nothing too heavy. You know, eliminate the meats for now. During this process, you don't want no meats, no fish, no white, no nothing. Nothing pigtails or nothing. And you focus on getting well. You know, you eliminate as much starch. People say, well, we eat rice. Well, you know, the sweet potato is starch, yam is starch. These foods are starch. But if you're going to consume those foods as starch, make sure you consume a lot of water as well. Because obviously water helps with that. People say, well, now you shouldn't eat that. Well, you can do fruits if you want to do fruits. If you're capable of doing that for maybe 2-3 weeks straight with strictly those shakes and fruits, if you can deal with it, go ahead and deal with it. You know, make sure you get the fruits that are locally grown, preferably. No, let me not say locally grown, but regionally grown. I don't mean that you can't have some fruits from over and away, you know, the pears and all the other fancy stuff, peaches and stuff like that, and the grapes. Make sure the grapes aren't seedless if you want to get the grapes. But work on getting the foods that are in your territory, that from your soil, and that's really where you're from, you know. And you consume as many of the sour salt, especially sour salt. During that time, you could even make sour salt tea. But here's the thing with the sour salt tea. You don't always have to drink it hot. You can actually consume it cold. You could use it as a beverage as well. So you have water, but you also have sour salt. You consume those leaves in a moderation fashion. You don't want to drown yourself with sour salt leaves. You know what I mean? Your body can only absorb it so much at any given time. And you work on getting better. You work on preventing what others want to be aware of, because it's okay to be aware. And by the way, I'm not knocking the awareness. Anything that brings awareness is a good thing, but awareness alone doesn't do. You got to take action. We're living in a time now we need action, and that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Prevention is always better than cure. For sure. You can't go wrong. Sugar feeds cancers. Exactly. It literally feeds off of cancer. So if you're consuming foods that don't have sugar in it, or any high volumes, or have natural sugars that it doesn't really want to feed off of, it's going to be forced to eat the other cancer cells that are laced with sugars. So it has to consume itself, which means it's going to be less than what it was originally. And then what's less going to have to consume itself, it's going to be less than what it was after the original. And it's going to continue that downward spiral to this point where it can be managed and controlled. And so I think, a simple little tip like that, it may sound simple and basic, but greens, man, greens. And when it comes to fruits, by the way, you want fruits that ain't too high in sugar. Because although it's a natural sugar, you're still mindful that it's a sugar. So bananas and stuff like that, yes, but not too ripe, because obviously the more ripe it is, the more sugar content therein. Coconut water, I know you love it, right? But not too sweet. You want young coconuts during that whole time. Potassium is good, but you want young coconuts, which floods the kidneys. So you want to, which is the filtration system as well. So you want to work on your system and build. So if you know someone who's currently experiencing this disease, if you know someone who is actually not certain and they want to help prevent it, and if you have a lifestyle that you reckless, you eat all kind of stuff all the time, whatever, once in the blues, take a little time fast and treat yourself. The Sister Vaughn here is saying baking soda, water, salt, sea salt, high alkaline foods, and I agree with high alkaline foods, but I believe also in balancing, because too much alkaline is battery acid. I always tell people that battery acid is alkaline, and believe it or not. But you don't want to be consuming no battery acid, that's for sure. So, and the funny thing is, battery acid is only water that has a high pH value of alkaline. Keep that in mind. So everything is balance and moderation, always, always, always. So, and the baking soda in the water is good, but be mindful. If you take too much of it, make you feel a little nauseous, that kind of stuff, especially if it's your first time consuming it, So, make sure you don't just do it on an empty stomach. Although an empty stomach is better, maybe you can start gradual, a little amount, and you can build to your tolerance level accordingly. So just be mindful of stuff like that. And I always tell people that, your spirits talk to you. If you're in tune, just how much, the right amount of that you would need. So only put the right amount of that you would need. No more, no less, so that's what's up. That's what's up. But I think that the brother said it earlier. Right now, all kind of diseases, you got to prevent them, man. This is not the time to be getting sick and going to no hospital. I was at the QEH last week, man. Oh man, I gotta shout out the doctors and nurses in accident emergency. I don't know how they do it, but they really do perform miracles. And a lot of people complain it's slow. If you see the magic they have to work with what they're working with, it might be slower had not been for the faithful work of those who work in that facility. So I definitely want to salute, the staff at the QEH, those that putting in work. Yeah, those that putting in work. The orderlies. Shout out to the orderlies that be pushing their wheelchairs and pushing those beds and stuff and doing all the other work. So the people who clean up the place, take out the trash. I seen one guy moving 2 trash cans, and these trash cans were about maybe 5 feet tall, these long looking like, and he's maneuvering 2 at one time, one in front and one behind. I'm thinking, putting in that work, man. Just want to shout out all the staff at the QEH for the works that they've been doing and making sure our people have the best possible care, considering the fact that the place needs some work. And I seen it myself, so I think the issue in QEH might just be the admin, because the people that work and they're putting in work, I seen it. So I don't know how you got that many issues and people working. It means that who running the place probably ain't. Anyhow, shout out to the staff, man. Real thing. Y'all appreciate it. But let's find a way to cut down on the people going in there. We ain't even going to talk about diabetes. We ain't going to talk about that. That's sugar again, by the way. We ain't going to even have that conversation. But we want to deal with this particular disease called cancer. I think that it's important that we who have family members who might be living a certain lifestyle, we try to encourage them and perhaps, and educate them, don't just make them aware, but enlighten them to the reality of living a certain lifestyle. And if that's what the Awareness Society is doing, more kudos to you. And if you're not doing that yet, I think, or if you're doing it, maybe you might want to ramp up a little bit more, because I've never seen or heard anything about it. I mean, I hear the walk every year. You make this donations, and you get a shirt and stuff. That that's all good and dandy. Or I mean, I won't even get into the donations they get as an organization. I won't even touch that. My thing is, we want to be more proactive and be aware of ways in which we could prevent it, and also implement these ways as well. So we want to deal with the implementation. So a healthy nation is healthy people is a healthy nation. So we want to make the nation healthy. We got to make the people healthy. In order to make the people healthy, we have to start giving the information that people need to make healthy choices. That's what's up. That's what's up. Show it to the family in Dominica, by the way. Love from Dominica. Dominica in the building. Yeah, it's a scary topic. Better than just wearing the color pink. I'm totally against the whole pink thing. I'm not against it from the sense of the color. It's a marketing thing. I get it. No big deal. But while we are marketing this, and some people have been benefiting from selling t-shirts and whatnot, I think that, prevention, being aware of how you can prevent yourself from this disease. And I just gave you one portion that works. Put that parsley and that green shake, you drink that. That parsley has some powerful properties, family. I kid you not. Green peppers have some powerful properties. And you mix these things together with the spirulina, like I told you earlier, I'm telling you, man, you cannot go wrong. I've seen it work in many ways. Many, 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 many ways, man. Especially the algae, the building blocks. You feed that, you feed the right power to your cells that need to regenerate and build. It's like giving your military an airdrop of supplies and rations, some ammunition and food and all kind of stuff they need to fight the battle. Because if they ain't got equipment, they're liable to get overrun by the enemy. But once they got the right tools to work with, the right equipment to work with, they can go to work. They can go to work. You know what I'm saying? Proper preparation management team at the QEH. You know what, Wayne? From what I've seen, man, short staff, overwork. I think when that happens, you're more susceptible to make mistakes. Staff is overworked, they overwhelm, and it's like, and you got all these people here trying to get themselves organized, and they agitated, they're frustrated, and it's like you're trying to balance emotions and do work. It's almost like a cocktail for a disaster. And I'm not saying it was done that way on purpose, but if after all these years they can't get it right, maybe that's how they want it. I'm just saying, maybe that's how they want it. So I think that we need to start taking preventative measures more, I saw a sister going in there, and she was she going for operation, and apparently she had some fragments in her body from some, I guess, a shooting or whatever. And man, you see that thing about blood, giving blood and getting blood for operation, family? There are a lot of people now who have, certain, if you go into the hospital for operation, I don't know if you can have your own blood taken in advance and have it stored and then utilize. I don't know if that's even possible. If it's possible, look into that. If it's possible, look into it. If you can have your blood preserved and pending your operation or your family, look, the key is try not to be in there. Try your best not to have to be in there. It's serious, family. But I definitely know that the staff are doing their thing. I've seen them putting in work. I know how it is, man. And just know your patient's rights also. Make sure you download the patient's rights for the hospital. Be aware of what you're entitled to. That's another thing too. Having the knowledge, so when you speak in some instances, because there's some instances where, there's some things that happen that, some things that happen that, just be aware, family. Be aware. Be aware. Just be aware. I don't want to say that, I'm for or against anything. I'm simply saying be aware. Breast cancer awareness is something you need to be aware of, but what you need to do is be more proactive. So Let me see here. I'm doing a live. I will show you forward. Okay. Yeah, family. I just want to throw that out there real quick. I felt that was just bothering me for a little while. I was seeing it, man. Just prevention is better than cure, like the family said earlier. Let me not wait to be always reacting to a situation. Let's take the lead and do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to come out tonight and just share with y'all. I didn't want to take it too much time. That was just on my mind heavy because I'm realizing that we're losing a lot of people to this thing. A lot of people keeping it quiet, and it hurts, man. It destroys families, man. It really does. Let's be better, family. Let's be healthier. Let's be better as a nation of people. Let's look at it from that perspective. Let's start with using foods that are grown preferably without the chemicals or as limited amount of chemicals as possible, because we know there's a relationship between the two. We know that now. I don't know what else can I say, man. I don't know what else can I say. Let food be a medicine, and your medicine be your food. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Let food be the medicine, and medicine be your food, man. Anyhow, family, people right now are wondering, you know, what's going to happen, because I know a lot of people end up with that situation. I mean, I've heard so many stories in the last about 2 weeks, disturbing stories of people who went to get that, and in days, man, took a nose dive, went downhill quick, and never came back up. And I don't know how long we're going to keep ignoring the fact and acting as if we don't know there's a relationship between the two, because it's obvious at this point. This wasn't the statistics before. That's why they don't give you certain numbers, because the numbers don't lie. You'll start to see and wonder, wait a minute, how comes all of a sudden there's a spike? Anyhow, family, let me switch this one. Let's see what I want to put on. Mr. Jacob Miller. Yeah, I got a Jacob Miller tune here. I want to drop real quick too, man. I love Jacob Miller, man. And like I said, man, just anyhow, family. Like I said, just tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, exercise is good as well. But what you eating? I gave you a portion. Try that and see. I'm gonna give you that again for those now tuning in. You want to go green. You literally want to go green. You want to eat everything that's green, consume nothing but green, fruits preferably, not no fruits that's high in sugar. At least not when they're too ripe, but when they're younger. The younger, the better. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You know, that's what's up. You want that you want that in your system. Not when it's too sweet. Although natural sugars are not bad, you want it green. And they'll tell your friends, family, and neighbors, co-workers, colleagues, your association, PTA, whoever. You know, we want to be proactive here, and we want to start preventing breast cancer. We want to prevent it, because women don't have to suffer from that. They say early detection is good. I agree. But when you detect it early, start getting on a green diet, cut out the meats and stuff. Dr. Min, he may mention it. I don't know. I won't even go there. Get on a green diet, because starve that. Don't look to reduce it through surgery and other stuff. That's last resort if it comes to that. I'm not telling you to do or don't do. I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm saying change your diet. Change what you consume, so that what's consuming you will have to consume what you consuming. And if what is consuming wants sugar, cut out the sugar. Starve it. Literally starve it. Yeah, stop eating high-fat foods like cheese and cut back on the sugar. Eat more fruits and vegetables. And I'm telling you, like broccoli, and start eating them raw. Eat them raw. Eat them raw. You can cook them, put a little heat. If you can't stomach them raw, put a little heat on it. If you can do that. You can put a little heat on it, but definitely, if you could do it raw, you could stomach it raw, enjoy it. We've lost too many family members, too many friends, too many relatives, distant family, people in our community. I mean, it's just, I have a dear friend of mine, she lost both, and man, I just don't know. It's just, it's rough, family. Let's support our sisters who experience this. And yes, different people respond differently. We know this, but we offer support to all our sisters who have experienced this. Those who are in the valley of decision, not certain, get on a green diet regardless, and start changing how you look at yourself, really and truly. You know what I'm saying? Need better paying jobs, more economic empowerment, living. I listen, man. It's all relative. I agree. Better paying jobs. I totally agree. In order to eat the foods that are better for you, they make them price them so high, and they know what they're doing. That's why we got to be more proactive and find ways and other solutions. I like that one, sis. Economic empowerment. That is for sure. That is for sure. And that's the key, finding ways. That's what Fade is really all about, building that community to empower each other. And of course, it's going to have growing pains like anything else that's never been done before. But guess what? We're not here to reinvent the wheel, just strengthen what was done before. The city first man make one wheel, and they had 2 wheels, they make a chart, and they got 4 wheels, and they have front wheel and rear wheel, and they got all 4, improve on what is, so that who is to come can make what is better. Anyhow, family, like I said, just want to say that, man. Greetings to you, Beverly. Oh, by the way, wait a minute. Shout out to all those who had an entry day this month. All my October borns, all my Libra born, all my November born, Scorpios in the mix, October. I want to give all y'all a shout out. Beverly, that be you too. Many more moons and suns, cycles around this particular spiraling galaxy, what they call it. Be of good cheer, knowing that you're living your best life at this point. You know what I'm saying? To you and everybody else. I think someone said to me, Tyron's birthday today. I don't know. I gotta call Tyron and see, make sure you get a shout out as well. But anyhow, shout out to everyone. Oh, and definitely the family up there in the hill. You know who you be. You be Divine Diva. You know who you be. Shout out to you as well on your entry day. Congratulations to you and the family celebrating over and abroad. So yeah, give thanks. Wait, you too? Oh man, I should have known that. Well, shout out to my family and our family in Dominica as well. Big up yourself, shout out yourself to the family for sure. Many more Herb Strongs to you too. Entry days, cycles around the sun and the moon, perpetually so. Wait, Telma, greetings to you too. Good to see you, family. I'll see you in a minute. And all family up there in the north, all my Canadian people locked on, all my New York people locked on, Atlanta locked on. Y'all wait till I look in the lead to come on in. It's my fault though. I came in a little late. I wasn't actually going to do a live tonight. I've been doing some work recently on a lot of different things, and I can't say yet because the ink is dry. And I was just, this breast cancer was on my mind, and I heard my family earlier, the sister, and hearing her experiences, like, you know what, I got to say something, man. This breast cancer awareness thing, I just can't bite it. Let's be proactive. That's the thing. Let them be aware. That's fine. I ain't going to issue with awareness, but let's be proactive. Breast cancer prevention. Let that be the conversation. Let that be the topic of discussion among your women's group. Men, let's find ways to do better for our women. We should have eaten a lot of junk. Let's start doing more things for them because we need each other. And as much as we may not want to say that, we need each other. Like, we need each other at this hour. Not even for us. Although we got our own healing to do, we also need each other for the sake of our children and our children's children. Let's be clear about that. Be very clear about that. We don't need each other for us right now. We need each other for us to heal right now. But more importantly, to heal right now so that we could be a better service to our children, so that they ain't got to go through our disease. You know what I mean? The sister said, eat more local wild fruits instead of the imported fruits. They are highly sprayed. That's a fact. I mean, you was listening, pesticides. The pomegranate, yes, dunks. Listen, dunks in the joke here. See time brand gooseberry. No joke. I don't boil the gooseberries with all that sugar till you're making gooseberry syrup. Oh, I know you used to love it as a child. Aunt Rose used to make the best gooseberry syrup I ever. We had a gooseberry tree, obviously. So between eating gooseberries when they ripe, when they green, and when they boil, man, I surprised my nickname wasn't Gooseberry. Okay, that was a bit corny. But that's not the point, though. The point is that, yeah, gooseberries are good. They're good. Again, these are foods that are locally, if you can get your hands on them. You hardly see gooseberry these days. Like, imagine that. We hardly see gooseberries. Hardly. If you got gooseberry trees, plant them, plant the seeds, you know. And gooseberry syrup, though. Yeah, but no gooseberry syrup for you, though. No gooseberry syrup for you, man. That's what's up. Greetings, family, to you too from the concrete jungle. We see you. We know where you at. Greetings to you too, family. It's all good. It's all good. We just gave Beverly a shout out for her Earth Day. Greetings, Beverly, and our family over there in Dominica as well, celebrating hers as well. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. Dominica in the building. Happy Earth Strong from the family here in BIM and the wider Caribbean. Shout out to all the Guyanese again. I got to shout out Rhonda. I know she's been trying to reach me. I'll call her when I'm finished. Good people, good people, good people, good people. You know, spread love. That's what's up. That's what's up. Anyhow, family, like I said, I didn't want to come on too long because already after 9. I came in a little late, but I just wanted to share that because we losing our sisters to this thing. And we all know that the breast is how you nurture the child, you know what I mean? As a nation, you know, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, Jackie, Beverly, already know what time it is for sure. Shout out from Jackie in New York. And our sister, Jackie, don't forget the sister from Dominica as well. It's all one family. Fade family too. That's what's up. Anyhow, family, like I said, I didn't want to stick up. It was all good. I think one of these nights the mic is open as always, but I think we want to do it where we get some testimonies of people who actually went through the experience, went on a green diet. Well, green liberty, not diet. We ain't dealing with a diet. Change a liberty to eating more live foods, living foods, liberty, not the diet. It was on a liberty, and it changed their lives. And they actually went back to the doctor. The doctor said, I can't find no traces of these cells, not in the volume that it was before. So something happened. That green shake working, man. It working. And there's a few people I know who had that experience that who were actually on chemo, came off of chemo, was still in need. Doctor said they need to go back and finish this, otherwise it won't go away. And they decided to do this instead, and they much better. Chuck, their hair started growing back. I mean, and like flourishing. It's crazy. I said, wait, you sure? This is crazy. And yeah, we should bottle this. We should bottle this, for real. Anyhow, family, like I said, we're gonna make a spin. I had a Jacob Miller in the back. They line up to do a thing. Where it is, man.
Please, Mr. Minister.
Please, Mr. Minister.
Word with you. Only take a minute, sir. So don't you screw.
Healing of the nation.
You no fight against the rumming.
No fight against.
You no fight against the whining.
Certain things, man.
You no fight against the cigarette smoking. Yet you know these things give cancer.
These things that give cancer, the boy don't fight against them.
Yet you know.
That was first after cancer.
Rasta man know the truth, so you can't know the truth. Rasta man know the truth.
Hold on. Let me pull out for the top there for Jackie.
Please, Mr. Minister.
Pull out for the top for Jackie.
A word with you.
Bless for you, Jackie.
Only take a minute, sir. So don't you screw.
They don't fight against the
you
food.
No fight against the ramen.
What are the food, man? And then get here from
you. No fight against the wine.
What's in your refrigerator?
You no fight against the cigarette smoking. Yet you know these things give cancer.
Give cancer, man.
Yet you know.
We know they give cancer. The spirit give cancer.
Give cancer.
MSG.
So you can't fool the youth.
Stay far from it, family.
Rasta man know the truth. So you can't fool the youth.
Artificial color.
What was hidden from the wise and prudent
Red number 14.
shall reveal to the babe and soft.
Yellow number 5.
What was hidden from the wise and prudent
Blue number 6.
shall reveal to the babe
Stay
and
far
soft.
from them 6.
Tell me why do you fight against the Kali
The
man?
Rastman
Tell
man
me
tell
why
you, man.
do you fight against the Kali man? Yet you
know.
know it's the healing of the nation.
Boy, the little leaves and drink the tea, family.
Yet you
Boy, the
know,
leaves
yet
and
you
drink the
know
tea.
it's the healing of the nation.
How we getting on, family?
Tell me why do you fight against the Kali man? Tell me why
Yes,
do
Jackie,
you
I
fight
see you.
against the Kali man? Yet you know it's the healing of the
We're going to
nation.
research what is chemo speeds on.
Yes, you know,
What really
yes,
affected
you
the
know
cancer
it's the
treatment.
healing of the nation.
Teach, family. Teach,
Yeah, nah.
teach. Special edition for my family tonight, man. So you know somebody who got the experience in cancer, they could get this link.
Too much
And
partialism in this business.
this one here. Real thing.
Guys, no
Healing of the nation,
cancer,
family.
they never give them a smoke. The herbal that cure cancer.
The herbs, man. The healing of the nation, man.
Liar man, Daka man, Indian chief. Babylon kingdom know the truth.
Yes, I was
Liar man,
wearing food.
Daka man, Indian chief.
herbs,
Let
man.
them know,
Pick up
let
the
them
Maggie.
know
They
it's the
said it.
healing of the nation.
Maggie Cubes, man. Pick up the Maggie Cubes.
Let them know, let them know it's the truth.
Some payments of
Tell me why
Quran.
you do you fight against the
I love the guy
Kaliman?
in these time,
Tell
man.
me why you do you fight against the Kaliman?
Guy in these time,
Yes,
the
you
food, man. Have more
yes, you
flavor.
know it's the healing of the
I did barley
nation.
plain too. Not too much.
Yes, them know it's the curing of
I say it's
cancer.
something
Yes,
nasty, man.
Rasta. Rasta man know the truth.
You better know the
So you
truth.
can't fool the youth.
Can't fool the youth.
Not the
That's why the
dreadlocks
poison
know
the youth
it's
for
the
this school
truth.
is like this school.
So you
School
can't
is full of
fool
dice.
the youth.
Full of life.
Let them know, let
Tell
them
them 2 days
know
at
it's
school
the
and pick
healing of the
days.
nation.
Make it make sense, man.
Let them know,
Tell them 2 days at
let
school
them
going
know
pick
it's
days.
the
Cancer. Make it make sense, man. They got one more.
Not the dreadlocks, no, not the dreadlocks, no,
You
not
tip,
the
man.
dreadlocks, no, not the
Yeah, he said it.
dreadlocks, no. Knowing the truth,
We try
the
to
truth
school on it every
that
week. We don't
cure
beer tips.
cancer, yeah.
Tips.
Not the dreadlocks,
That's a service
not
school.
the
We're not food.
dreadlocks, knowing the truth.
Let me stop this for a minute.
Babylon, too much partial.
Let me pull on this Miller a minute. Hold on, Miller.
Please, Mr. Minister, a
Look
word
at that.
with
One
the
thing is the church
youth.
school. 29 there coming.
Only take a minute, sir. So don't you
Let the food at the
screw.
pot. Let the food taste. The youth will eat proper food, man. Proper food, man. When you want tips, that's what you gaining. You need to go to water. All these food outside and selling this honey water. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yet you know, this thing is
So y'all know them things they cancer though. Please don't praise. Prevention, man. We want no awareness alone. Awareness is good, man. We want prevention, man. We're preventing this thing, man. Stop the poison and trying not to do it. Telling all these fools that them Kool-Aids made out of natural Kool-Aid. That's Maxi and Turbo. They want to hear that, right? Aspartame, man. No one can cause cancer. Anyhow, family, let me. Anyhow, people, we go together. Like I said, I just wanted to put that out there, man. Let's put that out there. That's for a minute. It's poisoning our children. Poisoning the children. Women suffering, elderly suffering, men suffering. We don't want it was right. We want to make this a national. They long with it was somebody making money, right?
Too much partialism in this business, yeah.
Too much.
Some guys go say them thing and give cancer and them them and give them smoke. I heard about cancer.
Bad nigga, rich in every store in the corner. Popcorn, this product will give you cancer.
Liar man,
But I gotta get permission to grow some marijuana.
Babylon kingdom know the truth. Liar man,
Permission for slaves, man, not free, man. That's the far right in the slaves. You're not the slobs. What be wrong, man? Mistaken identity. Anyhow, family. Jacob Miller. Batman Rhythm Collection family. We'll have an absolute joyful, peaceful, wonderful, family-filled, week-full day. What a weekend, a week full. Somebody put a link up. Let the link out. Not for the contact. Oh gosh. Revelation time. Revelation time. Go to somebody for family. See for yourself.
knowing the truth that Hollywood cure cancer.
Calibad.
Not the dreadlocks, knowing the truth.
In fact, let me hold on a second, pause it there if I can. Let me see if I can find it though, because I came across an article only a couple days ago. Let me see if I can find this article. It says a woman, a scientist, and she is a woman, and she is usually a woman, but nowadays you got to specify when you say she. She is authentically born, originally a woman, because she alone don't define that these days, apparently, to tell me. But she has found a cure for cancer. I know I saved it. I don't remember where I saved it. I'll look for it and try to post it in the description or something when I get a chance. I'll look for it again. But I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This was on mainstream. This was like one of those on the ground negatives. This is up. I said, okay. They landed it out now. I suppose they don't have a choice though. I suppose I'll look for it again. I'm not seeing it, but I look for it. I was like, wow, this is crazy. It's crazy. Anyhow, in fact, wait a minute. Let me just check one more spot. Let me check the stash. Let me check the stash. Let me see if I put it in the stash. Could have put it in the stash. I'm not seeing it in the stash. It is in the stash. Is it there? Nah. Is it? Could be. Nah. They're not it. Nah, I'm not seeing it in the stash. Nah, I ain't seen it in the stash. All right. I have no fear. I gonna look for it, like I said, and I going. You can probably Google it and see what comes up. The sister definitely was in the media. I gonna look for it and keep y'all posted. All right. In the meantime and in between time, hold firm, keep good, stay true to yourself, family, and at least that's the first one purpose, Alan. Stay beautiful, people. Stay beautiful, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. Because right now, this thing happening, we're losing a lot of our people. We're seeing it. And in spite of the fact that a lot of people are not saying anything, some of us are. And if you have your family with you, continue to take care of your family. The elders, take care of your elders. Avoid the QEH if you can, because it seems that they're very overwhelmed. And the staff, they from what I observed, they really doing their best to make it happen. really. And I ain't want to say that one or two might, but when one or two bad apples can't spoil the whole bunch. They got a lot of good people doing work, and I seen that, man. Like I was so proud to see that. Like people always give the hospital a bad name, but it's not the hospital really, because the staff, the people there, for the most part, good, and they're making things happen. So big up and full respect to the people that put in work on there. From the man, like but that man came him to these two huge. I said, man, look, and he was weaving this in and out of like a busy corridor. I said, look, this man here walking, man. I'm telling you, man. So anyhow, family, big up to the people that put in work, keeping the place safe and clean, and have a peaceful, upful, and joyful eve. And then on this Sabbath, for those who observe, like I said, and spread love, man. Spread love. Prevention is better than cure. Having said that, y'all, we're gonna link up next week, man. Full joy. Put back on my Miller, man. Miller was there making it happen for sure.
Please, Mr. Minister. A word with you.
A word, Mr. Minister.
Only take a minute, sir. So don't you screw. You no fight against the rum, man. You no fight against the wine.
No fight against them things, man.
You no fight against the cigarette smoking. Yet you know, these things give cancer.
No things, man.
Yet you know, these things give cancer.
Breastfeeding is important too, family.
Rasta man know the truth.
Say this real quick.
So you
Breastfeeding is important. And there was a study done a few years back, and it's a touchy subject, and I hate to say it like this, and I really hope if I'm offended, I'm being forgiven also. But the relationship between abortions and breast cancer, there's some correlation, because your body starts to produce milk for an expectant child, and then a child doesn't come, or even in a miscarriage situation, and the child doesn't come, and so sisters, man, let's put a little bit more than awareness. Let's become more knowledgeable and be more proactive on a lifestyle that would help us keep you safe, especially in these times.
Can't bully you.
Right? That'd be good.
Rasta man
Love
know
you all,
the
family.
truth.
So
So you can't bully you.
better. Yeah, that's right.
What was hidden from the wise and
Let's do
prudent
better, family.
shall reveal to the babe and suckling. What was hidden from the wise and prudent
Daffodil.
shall reveal to the babe and suckling. Tell me why do you fight against the Kaliman? Tell me why do you fight against the Kaliman?
Yes.
Yet you know, it's the healing of the nation.
That's what's up, family.
Yet you know, it's the healing of the nation. Tell me why do you fight against the Kaliman?
Why?
Tell me why do you fight against the Kaliman? Yet you know, it's the healing of the nation. Yes, you know, it's the healing of the